welcome back to the red thread of happiness. In the last part, we talked about the fact that the halo around the sun, as we see it here, is formed by ice crystals, and each crystal is unique. Besides, everything has an energy. Here, light is put into a form, into the form of the circle, but the light also falls through the shapes of the individual ice crystals. And because they are in constant motion and the electromagnetic field too, each photo, even if taken extremely close together, has a different energy, and therefore energetic effect than the one before. If we now add these effects to those of physical crystals, we hold a tool in our hands that will cause astonishment, really astonishing things. All green crystals have to do with order and with healing. Therefore, we use them. And now we are about to draw energy from epidemics from the past, present and future. The more people who participate, the more effective it will be. So, if you want to help to create a better world for you and your future and for everybody, but also for you, our children, your children, then you can do this here and now. How do we that? We re-channeling the portal energy into your genome, your genes. In the first part, we heard that in the genes, everything that happened to our ancestors, but also everything that happens to us, is stored there in the genes. So if we now direct regulatory energy into the genes, reprogramming will take place. But what does that look like? You do not have to trust blindly here. You will be told what is happening. In the Oasis of Happiness, we have already introduced a ceremony that works on the resonances that attract disease. They are not to be attracted anymore. The people who performed it become much calmer, their fear subsided, and they were able to deal with the topic in a much more relaxed manner. With fear, you attract exactly what you are afraid of, because energy follows attention. Scientific experiments have proven that something happens at the place where we point out attention. So the reprogramming will be to take energy away from fear. Now, in modern times, we have seen mad cow disease, swine flu, bird flu, and now the coronavirus. And further in the past, really bad epidemics were happening. Into all this, we are now channeling dissolving energies. Imagine that from the following picture an energy stream in the respective green frequency flows into your genes as a symbol. For this, you take the picture for it, for as long as you feel comfortable with it. Then take the next picture, then the next one, and so on. You can stop the recording on every picture. The Spanish flu. It claimed more lives than any wave of the plague and was the greatest massacre ever perpetrated by pathogens among mankind. In total, 50 million people died between 1918 and 1920. The first color is green diamond. Second, all other types of influenza We take now Mali granite into the gene. Let it flow. Third, plague. In the Middle Ages, two major epidemics in particular devastated large parts of the European population. In total, around 25 million people died. Since the middle of the 20th century, Europe has been plague-free. Here we take the green shade. Let it flow to the genes. Fourth, cholera is sudden infection of the intestines transmitted by bacterially contaminated water or food. This, as well as all other listed infections, diseases, serves as a symbol for something similar to norovirus. Here we take the peridot. Let it flow to the genes. Fifth, leprosy is a bacterial infection disease that affects the skin, mucous membranes and nerve cells. Here we take the emerald. Let it flow. Sixth, AIDS. AIDS is a disease that destroys the immune system and thus causes life-threatening infections and tumors. At the end of 2018, there were around 38 million people living with HIV worldwide. Around 35 million people has died since the 80s. We take green tourmaline. Let it flow. Seventh, mad cow disease. We take this green frequency. Eighth, swine fever. This is Brasilanit. Let it flow. Ninth, avian influenza. Ethiopian amber. Let it flow. 10th, coronavirus. Marilani mint garnet. Let it flow. 11th, all bacteria warfare agents. Green calcite. 12th, all virological warfare agents. Green garnet. Let it flow. 13th, all mixed forms of warfare agents. Green zealot coral. Let it flow. 14th, all infection diseases of the future that are unintentionally spread. Savorite. 15th, all infections, diseases of the future that are deliberately spread. Moldavit. 16th, all infections, diseases that require vaccinations. Chromium dioxide. 17th, all other contagious things, e.g. prion diseases, sleeping sickness, rabies, smallpox, even if officially eradicated, Ebola, anthrax, and so on. Green sphalerite. That's it. Bye.